you guys enjoy your whatever that is.
All right. Test. Let's see what else here, guys. So, well, I didn't have a whole lot of headlines here. So now, Dean, you saw some. Sometimes we get, not even sometimes, we get a lot of social questions and topics, I should say, off of social media.
Yes.
Whether it be questions on X or TikTok videos and all that. Dean, now you saw a funny one here that brought to mind an interesting question.
Brian, this was a random video that I saw, and I don't know if it was meant to be a joke, or if it was meant to be serious or cringeworthy. I don't know what they were gunning for, but I took it as cringeworthy. The question was, what is your biggest financial flex? Again, I'm a Zennial. It's not a terminology I commonly use, but I understood what they meant, right? And then they started, this guy, man
for
on the
the
street.
olds, what's your favorite thing financially to brag about to people, to boast?
There you go. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Nikolai.
Yeah.
For the olds.
So this olds watching this, but he starts interviewing all these people, and it has to be at some sort of like fucking charity event, rich person event, influencer. But all these people had different answers of, my dad owns this. My dog cost $10,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody had these insane flexes, and I thought to myself,
I like that some of them were peppered in there and were kind of the older guy, just like regular shit, feasible, practical thing. But yeah, a lot of them were.
You have to do that. You have to pepper that in. So
yeah,
it's not just,
you're there to enrage people with the internet,
right? So I thought, boys, we do a global podcast.
Oh yeah, big time.
I don't know if you can tell, but with our clothing, we're doing all right. So
yeah.
Well, not Nick's, but Brian and I.
It's a Versace Michigan sweatshirt that Nick is wearing. Yeah.
What's that M stand for, moron? Yep. So, gentlemen, I wanted to ask the same question. What is your biggest financial flex?
Gen X Brian here from the Convincing Idiots podcast. If you're enjoying our show, tell a friend. And if you're not, well, tell two enemies.
Brian, what's your biggest financial flex?
Come
on. A very large mortgage.
Oh yeah.
That's a good.
My family did not buy the house for us, but we can boast a much larger mortgage than I've ever had in my entire life. So,
okay, which is a good time to do it. Tear rolls down into a white beard.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that will we ever pay it off? Absolutely not.
You were almost to retirement too.
I am counting on being dead before this, so let me sign anything you need me to.
That's right.
You have no idea, sir.
Yeah. That's it. It is that question there. It could be a real bummer depending on how you think about it, I guess. But
sure,
it was funny though, Deal. You're right. All those kids were talking about how rich their family was or whatever, and it's just like that's not your accomplishments.
Exactly. That was my first thought. If it would be like people that created something or did something, that's something. But every one of those kids that they talked to, we're talking about. I mean, there were some older guys that you could tell probably had their own business. Yeah, that's a flex. You worked hard. You built your business up. You have a yacht. Cool. Awesome.
Yes.
These fucking kids, Nikolai. What about you? What's your flex? Come on, flex it for us.
My biggest financial flex is that I can afford to buy, well, probably roughly 3 gallons of milk every day and a half for your sister
What?
and our children, because they drink so much goddamn milk. It's insane. The fact that I can keep this family thirst quenched with milk in my house is insane, because it's
Huge.
just, I mean,
Wow.
it takes a lot.
Have you ever thought about
Um,
giving the guinea pig milk so maybe it'd shoot milk out of its titty instead of blood?
Hey.
Eh,
Yeah.
All right.
That's a
No,
true
so
story, ladies and gentlemen.
that is a multifaceted question. I'm trying to, like, honestly, one of my actual biggest financial flexes might be my dog, because like he was
Yeah.
fucking expensive. Like I paid a lot of fucking money for Gizmo. He's not the biggest purchase I've ever made in my life, but as far as like just a random thing to get, I paid a lot of money for Gizmo.
Okay.
So
Sure.
I mean he was. I'll just say it. He was a couple grand. That's a fucking
Ooh,
expensive ass
yep.
dog. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes,
I
it is.
mean, like I said, I've made larger purchases, but more for like life events and things like, so it's not really, but I mean, just to get a dog, because my family took me out for a surprise fun day at a brewery and got a couple drinks in me, then took me to a pet store and begged me for a dog. Just to
Oh,
go for it.
man.
I mean,
Dude,
I felt
did
like
they
it was
write
a
fucking
pretty.
mark on your forehead?
I was tricked. I was
Dude,
trapped. But
they knew
now,
what the fuck they were doing.
now I have Daddy's little sweet boy, and all is right, because he's my best friend.
Everybody
And what else
hates
do I
the
do?
dog except you.
Yeah, I'm the only one that loves him, so it's fine.
Aw. Yep.
Yeah, that's not
Look
true.
at
We
that.
all love him. Even Robin, even though
Yeah.
she swears she doesn't, she loves him too. One of my, if I may, one of my bigger financial flexes sits behind me here. I didn't necessarily pay. I won it in a Fanatics auction, but it is an authentic, personally autographed by Austin Matthews hockey puck. And
Yeah.
although I paid less than what they go for online for them, I do presume that by the end of his career, that value will skyrocket when all is said and
Here we
done,
go.
and all of his amazing seasons are under his belt, as they already have. Many of already have been documented. But
Sure.
I think that'll go down as one of the bigger. That'll be like, having like something like a Mario Lemieux puck or something. I mean, it's going to be. Doesn't matter. I won't sell it. It'll just be worth something. I could be poverty stricken and I'll never sell that fucking puck. But
Can I get one of those from Nick? From you?
what's that? You want me to autograph a puck for you?
Oh, puck. I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I'm sorry. Never mind. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's actually easier to get than my autograph, as a matter of fact.
That's how you autograph.
Yeah,
If anybody's asking out there.
Autograph your ass.
that's right. So, what about you, Dean? What's your biggest financial flex?
Well, I know I asked the question, but I'm embarrassed to like answer it myself, because like, Brian's house and Nick's fucks and stuff, like all that stuff is really up there, and I feel embarrassed. But like, I'm 43 years old, guys, and I own 4 pairs of actual underwear, and 2 of them only have holes in them.
That's pretty good. That's
Hey,
pretty good.
I don't like to brag.
So the other ones are like for weddings and funerals. The other 2 that don't have holes in them, special
I've
occasions.
Where's the good underwear?
It's a black pair.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
It's larger than the
What was one to hide the stains? Yeah.
the black pair.
Yeah.
It's the special pair. Socks. I have a few, and some of them don't have holes. So,
When you break it down, what's in those socks? Had they gone further, would have cost you so much money if you add them all up.
That's true.
That's like worth
true.
like millions of dollars.
Yeah, because you pay me a good amount of money to suck my toes. So
That's right. Yep.
That really, you're right. If you break it down.
Yeah.
No, but I guess honestly, if we're
that was a joke. Just to clarify, I don't know how clear it was. It was a joke about kids being expensive, but
yeah.
I don't know if anybody got that.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
no.
sorry.
Jizzing in the sock. Keep going. Keep going. All the kids in the sock. Keep going. You just go. Power
Kids,
through. It's fine.
because
There you
I
go.
masturbate and come in my sock.
Yeah.
All right, so my actual one, how's that feel? How's that feel, motherfucker?
I don't care. I was happy I
You
did
know,
it.
I've done so many
Fuck
goddamn.
you. I win. I don't care.
All right, so really, I guess my biggest financial flex is I got a divorce.
Yeah, sure.
She didn't cheat.
That's all right.
Yeah. And still have a place to live. So there's
live-
that.
Yeah.
I live
They're
in
right here.
Convincing Idiot Studio.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my
Nice.
that's my flex.
Well
Very
done.
good.
Well done.
I'm still breathing.
Yeah. That is a financial flex in itself. That is.
That's
Yeah.
Especially how shitty I treat my body.
Mm. All right.
The only
Well,
flex
we're
you're
going
capable
to.
of at this point.
That's right.
Did you just see that shit? If you liked what you saw, like and subscribe. Come back. You're going to want to.
Ham gravy.
Mm. 217, right?
218.
No. I ran a repeat
Oh,
episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just pulled 3 random segments from prior. I thought it was
Okay.
interesting. I pulled the segment. I don't know if you listened to it or not.
Well,
But we were
done that.
talking.
That's interesting.
We're talking about Tyson and Paul like 8 months ago when it was announced.
okay.
And then we had our thoughts on how it was going to go. I figured that was interesting.
Oh,
The
that's good.
episode after
Yeah,
the. Yeah. So.
How you feeling, man?
Actually,
Our
we should
takes
probably do
were-
that more often, even if it's not like in place of an episode. If like we
Yeah.
think, if we find stuff that we know that we talked about and then
Yeah.
it happened, that's not a bad.
Yeah. It
I
was
like
good.
when you have good ideas.
Mm-hmm.
They're so rare.
Yep.
We enjoy that.
Once in a
Nice.
while. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.